Well, it's a nice day today. It wasn't like this when I left, but it's clearing up quite nicely. And I could see the trail good. Also noticed that there was a pack of wolves. Well, not a pack, but maybe two or three of them. They were heading towards town. I was hoping they were going the other way, but no luck. So I made those blocks that keep breaking on my machine. I made my own, so I'll share that with you when we get to the cabin. Seem to be working fine. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then you haven't seen them yet. A decent size. You can see probably a female following him. That's what it looks like. Maybe it's just two wolves. Look like a little bit more ahead there. I don't see any other tracks around, so maybe it was just two wolves. Hard to say though. A lot of it was slightly blown over. Let's go take a peek over here. Yeah, that's just two wolves. Unless they came together over here, which they might have too, because I swear there was more than that. So, you know, some might have went to the right and left and they all met before they went into the bush. Yeah, a little bit chilly today. Not too bad though. Been a lot worse than this, that's for sure. I'm just listening to music on the way, like I always do. But I paused it so I don't yell at you guys. Okay, let's get to the cabin, make a fire. I'll just finish resetting this trap. Picked up a marten. So far one fur on the way to camp. And the wolves didn't come by this way. Here's my marten here. So I'll get him in the trapping sleigh. And we'll carry on our way. So I leave the trapping sleigh just on the tundra. And pick it up on the way by. You know, it's not heavy, so I'm even thinking about building a small trapping box just on the way to town, and it could just sit in the back of my sleigh here instead of towing this around. But like I said, it's not heavy, so it's nice to just drop it off on the way to town and pick it up on the way back. Okay, let's get out of here and see if we have any more fur. Oh. Yeah, a little bit cool out there. Oh, make sure I'm not yelling at you. I'll take my headphones out. Two gone now. Oh man. Well, at least we have one marten. Better than nothing. Here we go. I can see from here that squirrel has quite a bit of that block going. But I'll let him enjoy himself. Usually I get rid of them, but also nice to have them around sometimes. I know, yeah, I know, they get in everything, but I haven't heard them trying to get in the cabin anywhere. And the only place I see them is that old shed over there, so if I see them anywhere else, well, you won't see them around anymore. Wow, 5 degrees here already. That's crazy. That stove was. My fed the birds and myself a little. And I was waiting for them, and finally they showed up. And then I looked up again, and there was freaking 6 whiskey jacks here. I was like, what the heck is going on? I hope they all stay. That's freaking awesome. Right now the squirrel went there to, he's chasing off the whiskey jacks. I didn't see that before. That's pretty funny. So here's that spring I bent. I'm going to heat this up in the stove and straighten it. I don't know about today, but sometime. Actually, I don't know if I should dunk this in the snow or let it cool down gradually to keep the strength. I'm sure one of you guys know. Let me know. It just basically has to get me home. But who knows, like if it's sitting around for a couple of years and I'm retired, well, I want to use my machine trapping for a couple of weeks till another spring comes in town before I head out. So maybe I want to keep the strength, obviously. So let me know. Heat it up, and then what do I do after that? Just let it cool down gradually, dunk it in the snow? I don't know. So anyway, this is how this works if you don't know. I just wanted to share this with you before I show you the plastic blocks that I made. So this sits on my side rail like that, and this little coupler makes this plastic piece pivot. So it turns easy. There's like a space in there, so it's never going to be tight against the railing. So it's always loose, and it sits like that. And of course, on my suspension, when I move up and down with my weight or pulling the weight from the back, that's what happens. Of course, there's a lot of pressure on that plastic block, and then eventually it wears and even starts to wear into this coupler, and that means only 2 sides are holding on the plastic. This snaps and then jumps out and then spins to the back. Well, the reason this one bent is because it happened to snap when I was on the road. I have to go on the road for about maybe, let's say, 200 yards before I turn before I can get onto the other side of the road. Well, normally when this snaps, I'm on the tundra or something, and it hits the soft snow and spins around. Well, this time I was on the hard road, and it hit that, and then of course went up with all my weight on there in the machine and bent it. So that's why the spring bent this time. But hopefully the ones I made are going to last a lot longer. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? So let's go outside and I'll show you, compared to this one, what I made for my machine. So here's the block that I made. Well, 2 of them. I actually made 3 of them, 1 for a spare. And here it is compared to the one that comes with Skidoo. So I just doubled the height on it, and of course it'll take a long time before it wears down. And I was just looking at it, and it never even touched. It didn't even wear out at all. And I've come here before up to 50 miles, and I can already see it wearing this block. So I took all the pressure off the back spring too, because this sits a little bit higher, and I didn't want any pressure on the back. It's right at its lowest setting, because obviously it's a lot higher compared to this one, twice as high. But where did I get that idea for that block? I got that from the guys up north. When I posted on Instagram what happened to my machine, you know, with the spring and the block breaking, a buddy of mine sent a picture of pretty much the same block. And I went, I can make that. But first he said, get a hold of this guy in Rankin. He goes, that's where I bought mine. So I decided, I'm going to get a hold of him anyway. And he said $60 for a pair. And I went, that's not too bad. And they look a lot better than what's on the machine, obviously. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to make my own. And it probably took me about, at the very most, 45 minutes to knock out 3 blocks, because that's all I had enough Teflon for. It's kind of like the thickness in that was how much Teflon I had. I think I would have made them a little bit wider, but then I was measuring this and went, it should be fine. And looking at his picture, it looks like he had more meat on each side too. But you know what, I can't see, there should be nothing wrong with it. I guess only time will tell to see if what I made is going to last. And I can't see any wear on it compared to this one here. And I swear to God, this was brand new, one of them. I went back to town, I made those, and it was already worn out. It was already going into the block already. Okay, we're just going for a quick ride to the river and back. Actually, I might go a little farther. I want to check the boxes. Some of the boxes at least. We got bait, we got 330s, we got the little sleigh. And I think I'll throw on my little jacket. Yeah, that's all I need is a little jacket. Go for a cruise. See what's around. Yeah, it's warmer out this afternoon for sure. That wind chill went down. No doubt about that. But we have a small problem. My hitch broke on the way home. I actually thought the sleigh flipped over, but the hitch snapped. But we have it all roped up. That'll get us home. And we'll take some measurements or take that hitch off, I guess, maybe get it repaired. I'm not sure yet. It's always something, eh? Actually, you can see right there the way the snow is. The hitch broke right there, and then the sleigh shot to the right. Okay, let's get home. Nothing in the traps. Not even blown in. One I had to fix a little bit, but really it was soft snow. If something stuck their head in there, it would have been no problem. But it's all cleaned out now. Well, now I have to get a hitch made. That hitch on that trapping sleigh wasn't the best anyway. I knew it wouldn't last long. I was surprised it lasted that long. I'll leave it like that. I can still use it if I really have to. It's been kicking back for about half an hour, having some tea, listening to some music, and thinking about our trip for tomorrow to the tent frame. That's the plan, and our backup plan is to open together trail back here if all of a sudden it's stormy or something. Here's a 220 box, so I'm going to hang that on a tree like that. I mean, right now I could drive a screw right in from the top here and down if I want, and then one from the bottom. But I'd rather have, you know, maybe a chunk of plywood running the length here, and you know I can screw it to the plywood, then I can just nail it on each side and take it off easy. So I need to make some modifications to my next box, that's for sure. I brought this one in because it needs some staples here on one side. We'll fix that all. But I got a 220 in here, or did I bring it in? Oh yeah, there it is. I'm just going to wait till everything warms up and clean it all up, and then we'll start trying to figure out what we're going to do. Because I am getting so sick of having to stop and clean up the snow. I just want it to blow past. Well, I just took out 2 LED lights, and those are going to go into the woodshed. I forgot those are 2 regular bulbs out there, and I want to get those out of there. And that'll be it for regular bulbs around here. Everything is LED. It always has been, except for a couple I totally forgot that they weren't. The one in the hallway and my skinning light. So that's all switched out last trip. And then I forgot about the shed, so I'm going to go do that right now. There we go. Everything's LED now. All about the woodshed. I hope we make it to the tent frame tomorrow. I was just looking at this 220 and wondering, I'm going to hook it to a tree, and then all of a sudden it dawned on me, I got a solution. So before I staple it, I'll share that with you. So there was a couple of things I was thinking, and one was, you know, to put a board, a longer board, and, you know, staple it to it, glue it and staple, or screw it to here so I have something easy to hook it to a tree. I was like, well, that's a lot of work and I have to go under the porch to see if I have even lumber here to do that for putting out so many traps to the tent frame. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. And then I was thinking, well, I'll just, you know, screw it to the tree from here and at the bottom. Well, I don't want to carry one a drill either. That's kind of silly. And then it dawned on me, keep it simple. So I'll drill, I don't know if I want 2 holes here, 2 holes here. I'm not sure yet. And same with at the bottom. 2 or 3 holes. And only come up to a certain distance because I don't want to use, say, a tree smaller than 3 inches across. 3 or 4 inches across, somewhere there. Okay, where am I going to drill these holes now? I kind of want it low here. And then no more than a tree that small. There, a simple solution to my problems. Drifting snow and how to attach it to a tree. There we go. And now I can put that heavy duty wire in there. Still got to tape this. For the night. Good enough. That is really dull here. Straight down. I'll turn my headlamp off and see if that's dark clouds coming or... clear skies.
Was supposed to start at the Alberta town of Hardisty, running to the U.S. Gulf Coast. Its mayor says the town will rely on other projects for now to keep its economy.
So there's the second trap I hung. It's working really well. Got a whole fish in there. Stinks around here and it's time to go. It's working good though. I didn't think it would work that good, but it's solid to that tree. That heavy wire makes a huge difference. And then I got it, you can see how it's wired to the bottom there. I tried to pull the trap out of both of these boxes and nothing's moving. So nice and solid in there. I'm not worried about it. Now we don't have to worry about that blowing in. I put it on the edge of the lake. And the next one will be on, maybe on the other side of this lake. I'll make that call when I get there. Okay, let's get to that tent frame. Look how much snow was in here. I got about half of it out now. Wow, that's how much snow is in the bush, and we never get this much snow. It's crazy. I already seen some nice marten tracks, actually a few of them. We seen wolf tracks on the way here. They were pretty fresh. He was heading south, so maybe, you know, he'll be back in the area eventually. Well, let's get back to shoveling and get that tent on. Well, I got the tent up. Just gotta pull it all down and tighten it. It's getting there slowly. I'm running out of time too. So I'll probably get the stove in, make a fire, clean up most of the snow, and we'll be gone. Tent frame is up for the season. I just have to add a few things like the light and some food, stove, cook stove, and the white cooler with everything that's in it, the pots and all that. I was going to bring my survival bag in and have some tea, but it's late. I gotta get going. It took me a while to get this tent on too, because I had to dry the tent out good, or I guess it was probably, you know, it was frozen from sitting in the shed, and, you know, probably a little bit of moisture in it. And it wouldn't stretch, so I had to get the stove going and get it frickin' roaring in here, and finally I could pull it tight and get all the corners in. Actually seems better than last time, the tent. No. Well, there you go. Not that I need to show you, you've seen it before. Okay, we gotta get going. Well, we've been gone for a while. It's 0 in here. A little bit cool. It'll heat up fast though. Oh, I fixed up boxes on the way, and then I tried to fix up that 330 that wasn't, there was a few out there that I didn't router deeper and wider, and I tried to put the 330 on there, but no, it just kept snapping. So I just brought that box here, and I'll fix it up, and I'll put a 220 in there tomorrow. That was enough for the day. I wanted to get here and eat something to eat. I'm starving. Oh, my toque's in there. Let's get a fire going right away. Get the generator going. It's probably not dark for you guys because the camera picks up a lot of light.